Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my 2024 series on becoming the very best versions of ourselves. My first upload in the series was 24 money habits for a really successful 2024, and today's episode is going to be 24 life-changing habits for your best year yet. It's time to really reflect on who we are, stop being the same old dusty crusty versions of ourselves and really level up to help us reach our goals, become the people we want to be, and constantly be on a self-development journey, which is so important. We don't want to stay stagnant in life. Number one is probably the most important thing you're going to take away from this video, and it is something that will continue to hold you back until you accept it, and that is to accept feeling uncomfortable. You will never grow without being uncomfortable. You have to feel embarrassment, uneasy at times to level up and to get to the next version of yourself. And you're always going to experience a level of discomfort doing these things because people around you are going to be asking how you're getting on. There's going to be lots of opinions and voices, and you truly just have to channel that out, and you really have to have your eyes on the prize and just focus on what you're trying to aim towards. Put it this way, imagine you didn't do something purely because you was fearful of shame or what someone is going to think. Do we want opinions and judgment to hold us back from what we desire? Absolutely not. I have actually done a whole video about stop caring what people think, which I'll link down below for you guys to check out, because I think it's going to be really helpful if you're someone that worries about that sort of thing, because I've definitely been there in the past. Number two is going to be super helpful if you get distracted, and that's going to be to turn off your push notifications on your phone. Unless it's a WhatsApp chat that you need to have access to, or maybe iMessage, turn off your social media app notifications. You do not need to know when someone has liked a picture. We can have allocated time where we have a look on these apps just for scrolling, but turning these notifications off ensures we do not get distracted when we should be doing things around the house or work, whatever it may be. I think a lot of us now have very short attention spans and we're constantly on our phones, and it's something that's going to really help to limit this. Number three, put away, not down. This is something one of my friends taught me recently, and ever since she told me it, it has changed my life. And it effectively means if you're around the house or you're anywhere and you have something in your hand, go and put it away, not down. So when I'm finished with this cup of tea, instead of popping it on the side, go and put it away, i.e. in the dishwasher, because it's so easy to just put things down, not away, and then our house gets cluttered. And anything like me, a messy space equals a messy mind, and we do not want that because that's really going to sabotage our productivity. Number four kind of follows on from that, and that it's everything needs a home. So do not buy something unless you have a home for it. You know exactly what the purpose of that item is and exactly where it's going to go. Don't go to the shops and just buy something unintentionally just because it's pretty. You need to know exactly what you're going to do with it, or that it's going to replace something. Number five, surround yourself with positivity. You truly are what you surround yourself with, and that is on all different levels. That's in terms of what you see each and every single day. So having a clean, tidy home, that's going to radiate positivity and productivity in your life. Who you surround yourself with in person, so who you're friends with, what are these sort of people talking about? Are you surrounding yourself with uplifting, positive energy, or are you surrounding yourself with gossip, which is going to drag us down because that's not exactly a positive thing to be doing? What are you surrounding yourself with on your phone? Are you following people that make you feel good, uplifted, and inspire you, or are you following people that are making you feel down in the dumps and not good about yourself? So have a detox on every single level. The people you surround yourself with, who you follow online, and what you surround yourself with on a daily basis. Number six, never stop learning. You are never too old to learn something new, and I think it's actually quite a negative mindset if you think you don't need to learn anything, because there's always something you can be learning and improving on. It's only going to make you a happier, better, well-rounded person. This could literally be anything. It could be learning a new hobby, or learning a skill set, or improving on skill sets you already have. It could be learning new words, because I am so bad with my vocabulary at times. I constantly say like and just those awful filler words that I don't like about myself. So learning new things is going to constantly help you evolve, and it's going to make you feel quite satisfied and like you've achieved something too. I don't think you gain anything negative from constantly learning. I think it's only really a positive thing, and it just makes sense to me. Number seven, make sure your first drink of the day is not a cup of tea or coffee, but it is in fact water. You have been asleep for 7, 8 hours if you're lucky enough, and we are severely dehydrated. We're like little wrinkled up raisins in the morning, and we need to hydrate with something natural. And there's loads of scientific things out there. I'm not going to go into it because I'm not an expert, but yeah, make sure you have a glass of water by your side and you sip on that as soon as you wake up. Number 8, find the best deals. If we're leveling up and we're improving ourselves, we want to be doing this financially too, and by being financially savvy, you're going to see such great progress in your savings and your bank accounts, and also your discipline. I think it's a great way to apply some discipline as well. So look at spending money a little bit more wisely, and that could be looking for the best offers online, discount codes, cashback, loyalty cards, all that good stuff. All of them things can be found in my 24 money habits for 2024, which I'll link down below. Number 9, and this is going to be more for my self-care girlies who want to feel put together every single day, and that is finding low maintenance things you can do that make you look great. So number 1 is things like your nails. So I always get like a neutral pink sort of nail. When I've gone for red, within a week or two, the grow out looks terrible and I just feel not put together. Every time I go for pink, other than the fact I went a little long this time and I've snapped this one, you know, pink nails is super easy. It's a high maintenance habit, getting your nails done, but every single day I feel put together having pretty clean looking nails. Another thing to help with this is a capsule wardrobe. So instead of having the pressure each and every day of having to put together an outfit and finding things that match, try and buy some base outfits that you can interchange, tops and trousers that all work together, super easy to do, white, neutrals, grey, black, kind of mix and match these colour palettes and they work perfectly. It's such a low maintenance way to look good. Number 10 is going to be to do with your emotional intelligence, and that is going to be to not react straight away and take the time to process your emotions. This is something so many of us are guilty of, and I certainly am in some situations, but I am trying to learn to just kind of take a step back and assess before reacting. So many times the way someone speaks to us is nothing to do with us. It is purely because they are in a bad place. They are projecting their own negativity onto you. When we react suddenly, it often leaves us feeling really quite rubbish afterwards. We kind of regret what we've said. We could feel embarrassed. We can overplay in our minds how we should have responded, whereas if we take that step back and we don't respond instantly to a message or face to face, you can always revisit that when you've had time to think about it. Number 11, block out solo days and time to yourself. This is super important to not overcommit yourself. So for example, during the festive period, everyone is really excited to make plans, which I love, but I am at that stage now where my diary has got a lot of stuff in it, and I acknowledge that I need time at home. It's really easy to overcommit yourself and stretch yourself thin. So when people are now asking me, are you free? Technically I am, but I'm not, because that time's being blocked out for myself, and we shouldn't feel bad for blocking out time for ourselves. You should really have at least a day a week where you're just taking that time to yourself for a little bit of self-care, self-reflection, and also enjoying your own company, which is super, super important. I've learned if you can't enjoy your own company, there's something missing there. It's so key to sit with yourself often and just have that nice time by yourself and being your own best friend. It sounds cheesy, but honestly, it's so true, and it's something that I've really learned as I've got older. Number 12 is showing up as the person you want to be and feeling presentable. So obviously this one is a little bit more, you know, to do with looks, but I think it's super important to feel good in yourself. For example, if I was sat here today with my hair in a bun like it was this morning, all scruffy, no makeup on, I would not have felt good, and this video probably would have been an absolute pile of trash. I know I'm in my dressing gown, but I like my little dressing gown, and I did my makeup, did my hair today, and it will always make me show up better because you feel more presentable in yourself. You feel like you're the best version you can be that day. We might not love how we look, but we're gonna love ourselves more if we actually feel like we've made a little bit of an effort. So always show up feeling smart, feeling good, and feeling prepared for the occasion. If you're going to a business meeting, get your nice blazer out, do your makeup and hair nice, and feel like that woman that should be attending that meeting. you're gonna perform better. Number 13 is gonna be for any of my girlies or guys who rush around all the time and are just stressed 24/7. And that is gonna be to master the art of planning your time better. I appreciate if you've got kids, it might be a different story, but if you are a person without huge responsibilities, you just have a job, maybe a dog, that sort of thing like most of us have, there's really no excuse to be rushing around till the last minute, not having time. You've just not prepared wisely enough. Set your alarm earlier, get up earlier, do things that are gonna set you up better for the day. Your future self is gonna thank you so much for it. Take the time to romanticize getting ready, enjoy curling your hair, enjoy picking out what lipstick you're gonna wear today and your outfit. When you go shopping, allow yourself enough time to just browse the shops, maybe grab yourself a coffee if you want, sit down, relax. You don't wanna be just buzzing around, rushed off your feet, because you're not ever truly present in the moment. And then I kind of just think, what is the point? What is the point in doing that activity unless you're actually going to give it the time that it deserves to enjoy it and really be present? Number 14, set boundaries. This has taken me many, many years to learn, but you must have boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. You do not need to justify why you have not texted your friends back the second you wake up. I have been in this situation before, both ways, where I've had unhealthy expectations and friends have had unhealthy expectations of me too. And I'm so glad to be rid of that feeling now, where if a friend hasn't replied, I truly don't care. Not in the sense of I don't care, of course I care, but not one part of me will think it's anything to do with me. I always used to have this assumption where if someone hadn't replied to me in a timely fashion, I assumed I'd annoyed them, or I don't really know. I'm just that sort of person. I always worry and overthink situations, and I truly don't feel like that now. Obviously, we're still going to have those feelings time to time. If you've not heard from someone for a few days, that's completely understandable, but I'm kind of talking about your day-to-day boundaries of you should not have people in your life who are expecting unrealistic things of you, putting unnecessary pressure on us. We have enough things to deal with on our day-to-day lives as it is. The last thing we need is to be feeling pressured and stressed because we haven't replied to a text in half an hour. Number 15, time blocking. So time blocking is such a great, effective way of getting stuff done. So for example, if your kitchen is in a mess and you need to get your kitchen done, pop some music on, put your phone down. You are not going on your phone. The minute you pick up that phone, 10, 20, 30 minutes goes by like that and you've got nothing done. Think how much things you can get done in such a short space of time if you're not distracted. So blocking out some time, setting a timer even, and getting stuff done. It could be work, cleaning, chores, errands, whatever it may be. You'll be shocked at how much you can get done in such a short period of time by time blocking and popping that phone down and really focusing on the task at hand. Let's regain control over our attention span. And I think this really helps with that. Number 16 is going to be to plan your meals. Gone are the days of just winging it each and every day. We're going to know each week roughly what meals we want to buy, because then we can go shopping each week. We can buy all the ingredients. It's going to keep you healthy, making sure your nutrition is in check, which is super important because food is fuel. What you put in your body is literally what you're running off. You want to be giving your body enough of the good stuff. So by planning your meals, you can really help to cater for this. And by shopping just once a week, save so much money. Number 17, stop assuming everything is about you. I am so guilty of this. By being someone that is overwhelmed and anxious and just worries a lot about things, I can often assume that something is about me when it's literally nothing to do with me. I can make scenarios up in my own head that are nothing to do with me just because I've not heard from someone for a week or two. For example, kind of going back to the expectations and boundaries that I mentioned earlier. And if you're feeling that way, have a discussion with someone. It's okay to have an open discussion, being polite and just checking in and making sure everyone's okay. If you're kind of picking up on a bad vibe about a situation, you're better off being kind, friendly, approachable, and having that honest, open discussion with the person, because you may actually come to realize that they're going through something and you can really be there to support them in this moment. But you could spend too much time in your own head creating a fake scenario that does not exist. Number 18, fine-tune your routines. As humans, we crave routine. We need routine. There are things we're always going to have to do. Our hair care, our skincare, our makeup, self-care, a lovely thing to do. Even cleaning. The better routine you have for each of these things, the more smooth and easy things are going to become. Life can be chaotic, random things can spring up, but you should have non-negotiable routines. These will really help the chaos of life just kind of flow around your routines, and it gives you structure. Number 19, maintenance instead of failure. This is something I've learned the hard way. It's really just, I guess, becoming an adult and taking on them responsibilities. And this kind of applies to anything in life, but it's especially things like your house, your car, etc. It's so easy to just see a little warning light that comes on and off, or a little something in your house that doesn't seem quite right, but because it's not broken, we just assume it's gonna go away. The problem is not gonna go away. It will only ever get worse. So maintain things, stay on track of things. Number 20, move daily. That could be going for a walk around the block for 10 minutes in the morning just to freshen up and wake up. That could be going for a run, going to the gym, stretching at home, doing a yoga class, popping on YouTube and doing a little fitness class, whatever that looks like to you. Just make sure you're moving every single day. It is so unhealthy to be stagnant and to not move our bodies. Moving shouldn't just be associated with getting fit and losing weight. We should want to move our bodies to upkeep our overall health, our posture. It will make you feel happier and it will make you more productive. Number 21, utilize lists. This can be life admin lists, this could be work, things you need to do, anything like that. Instead of just allowing things to swirl around in your brain, which you're often going to forget, or it leaves you feeling overwhelmed and stressed, have specific lists for each thing. So you might have life admin. This could be things like you need to do some returns, or you need to take your car for a service, whatever it may be. Work as well, prioritize your workload throughout the day and number things, or have a way that you can prioritize things in a list that works for your brain. We're all different. Some of us like numbers, some like highlights, some like different categories. However that looks for you, find a strategy that works. But having lists gets everything from here onto paper, and you can just forget about it because you know it's put somewhere, and you can go back to that and set a plan. Number 22 is something quite similar. That's going to be to write down your worries. So instead of just worrying about things, write them down when they come to your mind. If that's popping it in your phone, if that's writing it physically down, write it down, because the minute you've actually got it out, you're less likely to keep thinking about it. And then you can literally allocate some time. This is literally what counsellors recommend you do, to allocate worry time, to actually sit down and think about your worries and then kind of work through them, I guess. And a lot of the time, our worries are things that will never, ever, ever come true. And then you can make that decision if you're going to waste your worrying time worrying about things that are hypothetical and not going to happen, or if we can actually worry about things worthy of worrying about because they are physically impacting our lives right now. Number 23, smile and be nice. It is free. It is such a nice thing to do. Even if you don't get a nice response, that is completely on that person. It's nothing to do with you. It doesn't matter. Always smile and be nice. Be polite. Be helpful. Open that door for someone if they're struggling. Offer help. If someone's getting on the train and they've got a bag or a baby and they need help, offer them the help, because it really does go a long way. You have no idea the impact a simple smile or a nice gesture will give, and it's only going to radiate positivity and nice energy from you, and it's going to make you feel good, you feel happy, and the people around you just gravitate towards you. You're going to have a nicer energy about you by doing this. Number 24, which is so important, and guys, I've got so much hair on my face today, is reflect and learn, okay? We are always going to be learning in life. If you think you don't need to learn, like I said earlier in the video, I don't think something's quite right there, because we always are going to have something to learn and reflect on. It could be the way you react to a situation, a behaviour trait you have. That concludes today's video. I hope this gave you some ideas that you can bring into 2024 to become a better version of you this year. Make sure you check out my finance video, which is linked down below for you guys. Take care, guys, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.